all in the building. Today we're going to talk about which Bears players we think could be in line for postseason awards this upcoming season. We're also going to talk how wide open the North it really is. And Tremaine Edmunds made some comments that we're going to break down. We're going to get to all that and more right after this.
Now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central. But let's go ahead and get into it. Fellas, what players do y'all think could be in line for postseason awards this upcoming season?
Hey, man. This is a great question posed by my man, CEO Haize, a.k.a. Drip. I had a hard time picking some players, but it is the obvious. I think most of us have had this. Justin Fields for MVP, at least get votes. I'm going with Justin Fields for MVP. And then for my defensive rookie of the year, Tyreek Stevenson. Tyreek Stevenson, baby. He walked the walk. He talked the talk, whatever it is. Well, however that shit goes.
You won't kill.
And my last one was a little bit, it's crazy. But Jaquan Brisker, defensive player of the year.
Sheesh.
Okay.
I ain't mad at you, my brother. But yeah, I second that first one that you did. I had Justin Fields not being an MVP, but he will finish top 3 in voting because I think that the Bears, I think it's gonna be a fun, great season, and we definitely gonna put some people on notice and let them know that we here. I think that we gonna be here. But the next one, I think that it's not gonna. Obviously, he gonna have to stay healthy. He gonna have to put in the work. But I think Braxton Jones gets a nod at a Pro Bowl for sure because they already had him rated as one of the young players, one of the best young linemen in the NFL. I think PFF had him rated high when it came to their grades. So I think that he improves. He takes that step forward. He wasn't terrible last year. I think he played a good season for a rookie that was drafted in the 5th round. So I'm gonna give my guy a Pro Bowl nod for Braxton Jones. And then this guy was on his way to having a Pro Bowl season, but he got injured. I think he follows up, remains healthy, and actually get him a Pro Bowl nod, and that's in Eddie Jackson. I'm going to go ahead and rock with him. I'm going to say that he comes up, he follows up, and he punches ticket to the Pro Bowl because I don't think that the Bears had any Pro Bowlers last year, which was crazy.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
It was sad, but we're going to get some few people in there to this season, for sure.
I got 3 players specifically, and then I got an award that we usually don't talk about. And usually in these award conversations, we don't talk about it, and that's Comeback Player of the Year. I got Eddie Jackson winning Comeback Player of the Year this season.
That could go, yes.
I think when you look at the path that he was on last season, you could have made an argument that he could have been it last season had he stayed healthy. I think now you add in the injury to that. If he comes back, hit the ground running, we already know that secondary is going to probably be legit. And then if the front line can help that our secondary by getting more pressure on the quarterback, I think Eddie Jackson is going to have a year where he's top 3 of Comeback Player of the Year. I think he definitely can be in that conversation for sure. I have no doubt about that one. Defensive Player of the Year, Jaquan Brisker. I really think Jaquan Brisker is going to make that leap where he can do that and get into that conversation. And then lastly, Offensive Player of the Year, I'm going DJ Moore. I think him and Justin Fields are going to have that combination to where DJ Moore, and keep in mind, people are going to, right or wrong, when you look at whatever growth Justin Fields have, and him and that DJ Moore connection comes through and he gets a bunch of touchdowns, they're going to put DJ Moore's name is going to be in any conversation Justin Fields is in. And because he's the veteran, they're going to give him a lot of the accolades for that. And I think that the conference, because we know these postseason awards are all about storylines as well, and I think that storyline can get him to be in that conversation for Offensive Player of the Year.
Bro, I like all y'all choices. I definitely like this DJ Moore choice. What kind of numbers would it take for him to get the Offensive Player of the Year? It's got to take like 100 receptions at least.
Because who won it last year? Garrett Wilson won it last year, right?
I think he won Offensive Rookie.
Offensive Rookie of the Year?
I think Justin Jefferson won Offensive Player of the Year.
Justin Jefferson won it. So let me look at Justin Jefferson's stats real quick because I just want to see because he's a wide receiver too.
Like 1,800 yards or something like that.
Yeah, he was definitely. He got across the 1,000-yard mark for sure.
So He had 128 receptions for 1,809 yards. He averaged 14.1 yards per reception and didn't even have double-digit touchdowns. I think that DJ Moore can get at least, and this is just without me seeing what Luke Gessie, how he changes the play calling, but I think DJ Moore is in line for at least a 1,500 year, 6 to 8 touchdown year, just because he's the number one. So I think DJ Moore can get in that conversation for sure.
Oh,
absolutely.
bro,
I think it starts with those high receptions. Me personally, he got to get somewhat upwards of 90, and then the yards have to be on par with something definitely over 1,000 to be in the running for that. And I think he got a strong chance for sure.
Oh, I think he get. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just about to read this comment. Go ahead.
I think he get double-digit touchdowns too. The way he force feeding. I know it's just OTAs and mini camp, but he force feeding DJ Moore, and obviously because he open all the time. So yeah. I'm gonna say he get double-digit TDs.
BL Jet. The only reason I didn't pick Justin Fields is because I think for a quarterback to be in conversation for Offensive Player of the Year, they're in the MVP conversation and they move on. So that's the only reason I wouldn't pick Justin Fields to be in conversation for Offensive Player of the Year, because if he has those type of numbers, now we're not talking about Offensive Player of the Year. We're talking about MVP voting at that point.
Agreed. Because it's definitely, I just think that my man's Fields about to go ahead. He going to have that visor looking good, and they better look out. The shade's going to be on, baby. The shade's going to be on. Keep that
jersey clean this season as well. Let's keep that jersey clean. That's what we need to do.
That's the most important thing.
Definitely. When you look at some people that you think are kind of on the outskirts, maybe they don't get in conversation for one of the postseason awards, but they definitely maybe start getting talked about on the national stage as one of the better players at their position. I think Cole Kmet, definitely, you guys know, I think that this is going to be the season where people start looking at Cole Kmet as one of the best tight ends in the NFL. But who will be kind of your guys' pick to be on the outskirts? Not quite in that conversation for awards, but definitely has an amazing season.
I don't know if offensive lineman can win like Offensive Rookie of the Year, but I think Darnell Wright is going to be solid this year, bro. He is mean. He is built a bully, and he going to be bullying a lot of defensive linemen this season, and he going to get noticed for it. He going to get a lot of buzz about it, bro. I'm telling you.
For sure. Me personally, I think that one person that could make some noise as a returner could be Tyler Scott, especially with the speed. He could. We don't know who they're gonna name as their return man yet, but I think that with his speed and things like that, he could definitely make some noise. And I'm probably looking at this because I seen some Devin Hester highlights, and man, did those return men build a wall so he can go ahead and just run up the sideline and just burn everybody. So I don't know how attainable that goal is for Tyler Scott, but I think that he could probably make some noise in a return game for sure.
Damn, Velus Jones is losing jobs after job.
Hey, that's on him. Brian Williams says Tanyan would be better than Cole Kmet. I disagree on that one. How you guys feel about that comment?
Oh, no way. No. Hey, Cole Kmet gonna jump. This is the year he jumps into can we say top 5 tight ends this year? He got an opportunity. Tanyan is good. That's not to say that Tanyan is not good. I just think Cole Kmet is obviously the better player, just in every facet of the game.
Robert Tanyan, good. Like I said, I loved Robert Tanyan, but he's never even had. He had one season in 2020 where he had 11 touchdowns, but he's never had a season even as good as what Cole Kmet had last season. Other than that one season, I don't see him passing up Cole Kmet. I just don't.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that he will be better than Kmet, but I will say he will have an opportunity to grab some big touchdowns in that red zone, especially with his receiving skills.
For sure.
So I'm gonna still go with Kmet, but I think that Tanya has a chance to definitely snag a bunch of touchdowns in the red zone for sure.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Crazy.
When we talk about some of the young players on this team, right? I know we kind of didn't talk a lot about like Rookie of the Year, anybody being it. Well, somebody did bring up Tyreek Stevenson. Do you think that there's any chance that not only Javon Dexter passes up somebody to become a starter, but could he get in that conversation as well?
Oh man, if he could, I think he got the talent to do so. It's gonna be tough. There is a lot of competition out there on other teams, but I think he got the talent to do so. It's gonna be upon him.
I definitely think that he has the talent to do so. And, the early reports, they are early reports with no shoulder pads, but he has been, quote unquote, wreaking havoc on the offensive line with his quickness and his power. Now it's all about putting it on wax and getting yourself noticed within in-game situations. And if he can somehow start to, at the end, towards the middle part and the end of the season, if he can go ahead and have some game closing sacks, that's how you grab the attention of others around the league. That's how he gonna get his name out there. Game closing sacks. Few minutes left, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 7. Boom, Javon Dexter with a huge sack. That's how he gonna be able to get his name out there, by doing something in those moments.
Who leads the defensive line in sacks? I'm gonna go with one of those big guys in the middle, and I'm gonna go with Dex.
I think you talking about on the interior. You talking about overall defensive line.
Overall defensive line.
Oh, I told you guys. I think Walker's gonna have a double-digit sack.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go that route with Walker as well. I think Dexter will be good though. He definitely get about 7, but I think Walker gets the double digits and leads the team.
Oh, bro.
Not mad at that for sure.
Cool. We need somebody more than 6. Left on...
Oh yeah, definitely. I think this is. And I already told you guys, like, I truly do think that this is going to be. I know a lot of people are down on the defensive line, but I think Travis Gibson's going to have a bounce back year. I'm not saying he's going to get like double-digit sacks or anything, but I think he's going to get 5 to 6 sacks per year. I think Walker's going to get double-digit sacks, and I think the interior defensive line, we're going to have a couple of guys with 5, 6 sacks on the. We're going to get to the. And I said this on one of the dailies. We're going to get pressure way more than what we got last year, and I think that's even more important than sacks. But we're going to get to the quarterback too. Just watch. We're going to get to the quarterback.
And the main reason for that is, I'm sorry, nephew, just really quick. The main reason for that is we got better on 1st and 2nd down, bro. So third down is going to be relatively easy for the defense.
For sure. But yeah, I was just going to say that I think that, hey, they got these guys putting in that work and they beefed up the middle. So who knows? Hey, they saying that Dexter didn't have a lot of problems. So they just said his flexibility. They said his flexibility. They got the man doing Pilates. Hey, Pilates helped Tevin Jenkins. Let's see if Pilates helps this guy.
All I'm gonna say is, I hesitate. I don't like making comps because I think once you make comps, people just focus on the comp and the player that they turned into rather than what you're trying to do. Mm-hmm. But I'm not saying that he's gonna be this player over his career. But go and look at a young Warren Sapp, and then look at Javon Dexter and tell me there's not some similarities.
I'm gonna check that out.
I gotta check
that out.
Just go and watch Javon Dexter's highlights, and then go watch probably first 3 years of Warren Sapp's career, and tell me you don't see some similarities in there.
Let's go, baby.
Let's get it. I gotta check that out. That sounds good.
I'm telling you, bro.
You know what type of impact Warren Sapp had, bro? He was
I met Warren Sapp once, bro. I shook his hand. Hey. And when I tell you that man, I have big ass hands, right? When I tell you taking that man's hand, bro, I felt like my son giving me a high five, my 9-year-old, bro. I was like, hey man, listen, this is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous, man. Let's move into the next topic, man. One of the biggest conversations that's been had is how open the NFC North is. So I want to have this conversation with you guys. When you look at kind of everything that's going in, now that the rosters kind of settled, how open is the NFC North really, and how do you guys feel the Bears could move in there?
When you say open, I'm gonna say it's a 2-horse race in the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears, and I'll give the Chicago Bears the nod. First of all, the Green Bay Packers, they without the crackhead, they are not the same team. Even Jordan Love knows this. Everybody's seen the little video, the clip that he put out, then took it down. Even wheat in his head. Minnesota Vikings, Cousins, he is getting that of age. You see everybody changing their quarterbacks, and we got great quarterbacks in the NFC North. It's not going to be the same thing with Cousins. Got great receiver over there. Got a couple good players on defense on Minnesota, but they're on the way down. The new teams is the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions, and I'm giving the Chicago Bears the nod.
For sure. I ain't mad at it. I'm definitely saying that it's wide open, but I'm going to still get a nod to the Lions for now, unfortunately, for now. But I think that the Bears are right in the mix with all that. Hey, Detroit Lions, y'all just had 4 people suspended from your team for gambling. So y'all going to be missing some players over there because they want to go ahead and gamble on football. The league say y'all can gamble on basketball, not football. And y'all chose to do that, so y'all going to be missing some players over there, but I still think that they going to be all right. Not mind-blowing, but they going to be all right. Then I want to look at the Minnesota Vikings. You kind of pinpointed a little bit when we talk about Kirk Cousins, but Kirk Cousins, we know what he was doing, force feeding Justin Jefferson. And once the teams key in on Justin Jefferson, you kind of take away an element from the Minnesota Vikings. Just real quick, some games against the Eagles. These guys let Justin Jefferson. They held Justin Jefferson to 6 receptions, 48 yards. Against the Cowboys, 3 receptions, 33 yards. And then in the Packers in Week 17, 1 reception, 15 yards. All those resulted in a loss, and including that playoff game against the New York Giants, to Justin Jefferson only had 7 receptions and 47 yards. I know they got Addison, was it Addison? Buddy out of USC. I don't want to screw up his name. They got the wide receiver, but the point is, can Kirk Cousins distribute the ball to other people? I don't know. And lastly, Jordan Love. Come on, bro. You entering the Ram you don't want no problems with. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say the Bears gonna be right in the mix, and it's wide open. The Bears definitely will be over 500 within a division for sure.
Bro.
Hey, that's what's up. I look at it as this. I think that I have to see it come on the field before I'm willing to say what and how this Bears team is going to develop for sure. But I'll say this: this is the year that I think the Bears truly do have the chance to move to the top of the division more so than I could say in the last decade. I'm just being real.
I agree with
The
you.
division, like, I'm not saying that we should come in as favorites or anything like that, but the talent that we have on this team now, if this coaching staff gets that talent together, I think that we definitely have I'm not worried about the Lions. I've said that. I'm not worried about the Packers. The Vikings have a legitimate chance, right? And even then, that's still some shaky ground. It's not like you looking at them saying they for sure going to win it and nobody else has a chance to knock them off. But I'm telling y'all, if this defense especially, right, comes together like we think it can, a lot of the quarterbacks in the NFC North ain't going to be upright very long. And that's all I'm going to say on that.
For real. And the point to add with the Minnesota Vikings, in my opinion, y'all just gave up your best running back.
Yes.
And your defense is still questionable. So, hey, it's definitely it's open for me. It's definitely open.
I mean, when you think about winning in the NFL, it mainly starts with the quarterback. Justin Fields is close to being the best quarterback in the NFC North. He close. I ain't ready to say it yet.
By the end of the season, we will be saying we have the best
quarterback in the NFC North. And when you look at coaching, everybody want to pat Detroit Lions coach in the back because he got to 9-8. That they make the playoffs. What does it count for? Let's say you do it 2 years in a row. Matt Eberflus, he building something. So we ain't really judged him yet on him really being competitive. But I like the way he's building this team. We're gonna see. Here's Detroit.
We got a question from Big Bro, Big Mace. He asked this. What up, fellas? I want to switch it up from football real quick. Who you picking, Jim Jones or Pusha T? Can't wait for training camp to start. 2 drinks with the fellas. First of all, Jim Jones took 10 years to learn how to rap.
That's a mismatch.
That nigga is not ready for no Pusha T. Let me be clear here. Like, look at what Pusha T did to Lil Wayne and Drake.
Yes, bro.
Jim Jones ain't never. Pusha T is thrown verses away better than Jim Jones' best verse ever.
Bro, what the heck?
It's not a competition.
Come on, Joe. That's a lion versus a kitty cat. What the Pusha T a MC, bro.
Bro, Jim Jones stood on stage and let Jada Kiss body him and came out.
What are you gonna do?
Came back drunk. That's it. Didn't have no rebuttal. Just came back up to the front of the stage drunk. Yeah, he ain't got it, bro. No chance.
Jada.
No chance, Brody.
Come on, bro.
There's a greater chance right now that Lonzo Ball will play basketball than Jim Jones beating Pusha T in a battle. It's not happening.
It's not happening.
And keep in mind, Jim Jones came out with a whole diss track responding to a single bar that Pusha T spit. You ain't had a whole track of this man focusing on you yet, bro. This Pusha T is one of the most dangerous MCs in the game, period, when it comes to we could talk about him not having the hit records that go mainstream, but this is about MCing. And when it comes to MCing, ain't too many people touching Pusha T.
It is too much material there, too, Jim Jones. Calm that down, brother.
Exactly. It's some material. Running out of Harlem, bro. You gotta chill.
I heard some policey stuff too. You some policey stuff too. You better chill.
First of all, you still owe 50 Cent money. You gotta worry about that before you worry about Pusha T, my brother.
He tripping.
Anyway, Anyway, y'all make sure y'all check out my hip hop podcast, The Breaks
bro.
Radio. We'll be talking about this
Yes,
upcoming
sir.
Thursday, but nonetheless, little shameless plug on that one. Let's get into the next topic. Tremaine Edmunds said that he wanted to come to the Bears because he wanted to be on a rebuilding team. Talked about this a little bit on the daily, so I'm gonna mainly turn this over to you guys. I'll just sum up what I said there. To me, it takes a different type of player to want to go to a rebuilding team. And the fact of the matter is, at the middle linebacker position, you come with a certain level of expectations, my brother, with that contract you got on a Chicago Bears team. And I believe he's going to live up to it. What do you guys feel about it?
Oh, that's a great point, Haize. The lineage in the middle linebacker position, maybe he's seeing that. I just think he sees what we see. He see what the front office is doing, Ryan Poles. He see what the coaching staff is building, and he also sees the way Justin Fields has been playing, and he sees the promise in the upcoming years for Justin Fields. So he's a smart man. So we want to see you perform on the field. Smart man.
I think it speaks to his character, in my opinion, because he was over there with a good Buffalo Bills team, but sometimes you want a new challenge in your life. So he went on, came over here with the Chicago Bears, and was like, man, let me go. As great as a player I am, let me go ahead and be one of the next great Chicago Bears linebackers and help this team, come from the bottom of the NFC North to being a competing team and probably, having some runs in the playoffs, hopefully get to a Super Bowl, something like that. Because right now, keep it a buck with you, the Buffalo Bills, they looking a little iffy over there. I ain't gonna lie. But shout out to Tremaine Edmunds, man, because he seen something that he liked. And shout out to the front office for going ahead and getting him and making him believe in the vision. Sometimes when you got those people to believe, they'll run through a brick wall for you. So let's go ahead and get ready. Monsters of the Midway, time to run through them brick walls.
Do you really think that he can be in that lineage? Look at the lineage, though. Mike Dicker, Urlacher, Singletary. Can he be, when it's all said and done, with the Bears be in those names? Those some big time names right there, bro. Wilbur Marshall, Lance Briggs.
I will never predict anybody to be amongst those names. Those are legends, and it's hard to predict anybody to be amongst those names. What I will say is I do think that he can and will be one of the better linebackers in the NFL. But we can't have that conversation for at least 3 seasons before we're willing to have that conversation.
I'm with you on that because, man, it starts on the field, man. We could say anything in front of these mics, in front of the phones, whatever, but it got to be put on wax. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to have to help the Chicago Bears defense string together some great performances and great moments. We can pinpoint some of those great moments from some of those Bears linebackers. We haven't pinpointed one yet. So I'm definitely on the side of what Haize said. It's going to take some time, but if he put himself in good conversations and some good moments on the field, interceptions for, pick six, or just interceptions, forced fumbles, and great moments of the game, then we could start having that conversation a little bit more, because that's when it gets more interesting for sure. And he only 25, so he got time.
Oh, bro.
That's the biggest part there. 25 years old.
It's gonna be
and they labeled this man the most overrated linebacker in the NFL at 25 years. A linebacker who, since his rookie season, has not had under 100 tackles a season.
That's crazy,
bro. That's crazy.
And you, this man already said he wanted to come to a rebuilding team. You just gave somebody who said they wanted to build their own legacy even more motivation. Y'all be prepared, bro. That's all I'm going to say.
For real, because that's crazy. That's crazy.
That man got.
Bro, I saw that. I'm still trying to wrap my head around. Like, don't get me wrong. I know I'm a Bears fan, but I can be very logical with some of this stuff, right? Like, I understand some of the doubt around Justin Fields as a passer because people haven't seen it, right? I understand that. But to label somebody 25 years old the most overrated linebacker is crazy to me.
That's insane. You wonder what the hell has happened behind the scenes. Who Edmonds is
he must have fucked that writer's.
He did some Udoka. He did some Udoka.
He
shit.
had to, bro.
Some Udoka
No, he on that Zion shit.
And that's fair though, cause
Zion wifing him though.
I'm telling you though, because hey, we definitely Chicago fans. You Chicago sports fans, we definitely got some ones that can't even enter the city. I'll name 2. Cristiano Felicio, he can never enter the city again. Kevin White, if you want to be if you're a Bears fan, right here. He can never enter the city again. We like, damn, that man out of West Virginia finna be a beast.
Yes.
Ain't been
Did he ever play?
Barely.
I can't remember him playing one down, Kevin
Exactly.
White, bro.
That's how mad we is. And that's, we can hold our players accountable. We ain't Cowboys fans over here or Detroit Lions fans. You know what I'm saying? So these guys, we could definitely.
That's funny, but accurate. That's and one player too that I'll say I don't know how you guys feel about it, but like Jerron Gilbert can't enter the city at all either.
Bro.
Somebody need to kick him in his fucking kneecaps.
People
forget about him.
Who is that?
Forget him. He was our first round pick in 2029. He was supposed to be an amazing 3-tech. I don't even remember. He played 4 games for us his rookie season.
Oh my goodness, bro! I don't even remember his ass.
That's crazy.
I see people in the chat talking about
Mike Cody Parkey.
I just looked it up. He gave us single tackles in 2 seasons in a row.
Single tackles in 2 seasons.
Meaning us sitting at home almost had the same amount of tackles he did as an NFL player. I see Jerron Gilbert to this day. I'm smacking.
We jumping his ass. We jumping. He a 3 technique. Haize. He a 3 technique now. We got to jump.
He a 3 tech, so that means he's strong as hell.
Yeah, we jumping.
we got to make sure Steve on Big Cam there too.
On the
real. Them 3 techs ain't no joke. They ain't no joke. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy,
man. That's trying to tell you.
Yeah, that motherfucker. There was so much hype around him too, man. Fuck that dude. Anyway, as y'all can see, I hold shit personal against him. Like I said before, it could be 30 years from now. If I see Aaron Rodgers' son and he grown, I'm smacking. That's it. Anyway, to get back on the topics at hand, CW, you said you had some questions that you wanted to ask.
Yeah, I had some quick fire questions. But first off, I want to say thank you to King Booker for the donation. He got a little roast on there too, y'all. He say for the weird, I don't know what this is right here. Moonhead is, fuck y'all. That's our guy, Booker, but we gonna get on your ass, bro. We gonna get you. Boom! But I got some quick fire questions for these guys. It might be some obvious answers. It might be some not so obvious answers, but I want to know you guys' answers. Big Haize, Big Drip, and Nephew. I'm going to start with the first. This is for the greatest receiver of all time for the Chicago Bears. I want you to pick one. I don't want nobody in the middle. Willie Gault and Brandon Marshall. Which one of those two is the greatest? Let's start with Nephew. Come on.
Give me Marshall.
Give me Marshall. Why you picking Marshall?
Because I just like that what he brought. He was the screws was loose. The screws was loose. He was a crazy character. I'm gonna go with who I saw. I ain't see no Willie Gault. I gotta keep it a buck with y'all. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie. I'm gonna go with who I seen play, and with Jay Cutler. 1 minute want to throw a pinpoint pass, and then the next 20 passes he throwing them in short or selling them over your head, and still to have 1,000 yards. Come on, I gotta give it to B. Marshall, bro.
Oh, bro. Drip.
I was 1 year old when Willie Gault played his last season for the Chicago Bears. And I got to see every snap, every down of Brandon Marshall. It was hard for me to pick anybody over Brandon Marshall, bro. Like, to me, for players that I have seen, it's Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah,
that's it.
Bro. Okay, that's good answers. 2 more questions. This is gonna be a tough one. I swear it better be Devin Hester or Gale Sayers. Don't y'all be disrespectful. As a returner,
put them in the same conversation. Just as a returner.
They're returners.
I like Gale Sayers too, and I did not see him, but I did go back and watch because I was a running back in my heyday. Little small bowling ball running through motherfucker. But I'm gonna go with the guy who, bro. And it's probably just me watching Devin Hester's highlights yesterday, but I'm gonna go with Devin Hester. I just think that, man, when he was able, he created his own holes to run through, and to open a Super Bowl in the way he did. I was for sure we was gonna win that Super Bowl, but man, just for me, I'm gonna go Devin Hester. Man, I just think the breakaway speed spoke for itself when he put the ball right here and started skipping. It was a different thing to see, so I'm gonna just go Devin Hester.
Okay.
Devin Hester took a part of the game that was looked at as a gimme and turned it into an actual weapon. And it's hard, like as a returner. I like that you specifically said as a returner. Keep in mind, bro, like that he changed the game when it came to return. So I can't pick anybody over as a returner over than Devin Hester. He's the greatest kick returner of all time, in my opinion. He had more touchdowns returning in 2 seasons than what Gale Sayers had his whole career. Come on.
Oh, bro, I gotta respect it. But let's give a nod to my man Gale Sayers, who also was
for sure.
breaking ankles and killing.
Give him some
For
give him
sure.
some love.
Gale Sayers had a level, an ability to move at a speed that, like, sometimes you didn't even register that he just juked somebody.
Right.
You just thought that he just ran. Like, it was amazing, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, especially as Bobby, as a running back myself, it was Walter Payton, it was Sayers that I looked at, and it was LaDainian Tomlinson. Those were the people that I tried my best to model my game after. I was successful to a degree, especially in high. Shout out to me owning the record in Hazelwood East for rushing record. There, I am a Hall of Famer in high school level.
Okay,
so,
Haize.
but with that said, like, yeah, Gale Sayers was a beast, bro. And, like, I think that Gale Sayers is at a time where I don't think the running back was as heralded as what it became after him. He completely changed the game, bro.
Oh, bro,
Right.
great answers, Joe. I can't disagree. Final question. Now, if we was to have to change the logo for the Chicago Bears, is it gonna be Mike Dicker or Walter Payton? I'm looking at you, brothers. Mike Dicker, he put it on Mike Dicker.
I'm sorry, bro. Let me be clear here, bro. Like, Walter Payton is amazing, and he's a legend for a reason. But if you're talking about the logo, there's nothing more people ain't even Bears fans. You know whose face this is supposed to be just by seeing it.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, I mean, and then what would you have as the logo for what? The stiff arm? Would it be the stiff arm?
I think you would have them like with the headband or something. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's iconic too, but to me, it's still not iconic as the
It ain't. You gotta try too hard for Walter Payton, bro. It's just obvious. Go ahead.
Damn. That's tough too, but I can't argue with the good points because I think that, man,
Yeah.
bro, when I ain't wore a headband since the early 2000s with my big ass shirt and baggy pants. When we was in that bit, give me to her.
You see, Roshan Johnson had on a headband in his official picture for the Bears, right in this uniform.
Oh,
Shout
no,
out to him.
Roshan, don't do it, Roshan. Don't look bogus. Don't start off like this, Roshan.
But yeah, bro, every Bear season, you see multiple people coming to the stadium looking like Mike Dicker or dressed like Mike Dicker. So I concede that right there. I concede that.
Damn, Drip, you just destroyed me. I was just going to go with the brother. And
I swear to God, Joe, I had no idea he was going to even be asking this question. Like, it just so happens this is the shirt I wore today, bro.
Damn, that's it, man. I was finna go for walk, man.
Y'all ever dress up as Mike Dicker for Halloween?
No. You did.
I'm the only one that took the easy way. It's an easy costume to put on, bro. You put on a sweater. And, come on.
Yeah,
it
is very easy.
Bro, I could barely grow a mustache. That shit.
You just baby face all the way around. It's hilarious, bro.
Yeah,
like, Bobby
Bobby
will look 22 forever.
Hey,
like,
I'm gonna take that.
as long as his hairline don't start growing back, you will never know. You'd be like, Bobby could be anywhere between 22 and 46. We have no idea.
We gonna take that. We gonna take that for real.
Oh, you too, Bill. Yeah, what's my man name? B Mace. B Mace like nephew too. Remember B Mace?
Oh, B Mace, bro. When B Mace told us how old he was, I damn near said he was lying.
On the real.
real talk.
Yeah, for real though.
He could have gave me 50
ain't no
guesses.
way.
I wouldn't have got
Ain't
that
no
right.
way.
Ain't no way. Black truly don't crack. That's all I can say, bro. Unless you on crack. That's the only time black usually crack.
For real. You treat it well, you gonna look good.
Hey, Big Kev called you BJ Armstrong.
Hey, I won't lie, bro. I've been watching more It Is What It Is show. And when I tell you that Mace be really trying to steal Bobby swag.
Hey.
Hell no. This is why I trip.
That's funny.
Oh,
bro.
man. That's funny. Anything left, fellas, before we get up out here?
Oh man, great show. We're getting close to training camp, guys. I cannot wait, man. And I'm popping out. Me and Kev, we gonna pop out to the training camp too, y'all. So we gonna get y'all some footage of try. or track.
Oh, I got to, by the way, let me know which day you're going because I got to come at the end of July. I actually got to record with CHGO in their studio, so I'll be in the Shy.
Oh,
let me know
bro.
what y'all. We'll link up offline.
Oh, bro. We going to get it. We going to get it
Real.
together. Oh, bro.
But hey, shout out to my man Steve-O in the chat saying y'all ain't finna come at me like that or it's busting. But man,
listen, Steve-O dipping and dodging the line. Oh, never mind. I don't want to do it. I see Red also in the chat. Let me shut up. I'm gonna shut up. We're gonna keep it moving.
Never. Never.
Hey,
Steve-O finna send me if Steve-O finna flame my ass.
Bro, here
real.
come a nasty message is coming.
30 texts. 30 texts.
Hey, look at that.
Miss Taylor, you gotta
look at
Miss
that.
Taylor.
You're gonna get him in trouble, G.
Miss Taylor, make sure you go to the channel and hit the notification bell. So anytime we doing dailies, anytime we go live, it's gonna pop up right on your phone so you can be right here from the start. That's it. And then you'll be good to go. But that's it from us. Y'all make sure y'all have a good Sunday. You want more from me and Unc? Find us on Shy Bulls Podcast and NBA Central. It's busting. We doing a free agent shopping right now, looking at these teams, doing what we do. Video should be dropping in a couple hours. Y'all already know. But y'all want more from Haize? Hit him up on all social media platforms at CEO Haize. And of course, bear down.
And I'm some of y'all phony, and I'm gonna say this. I love y'all because y'all rock with us. But this is what I'm gonna say. First of all, y'all see how entertaining C-Dub and Bobby are. They are two of the most entertaining motherfuckers that you will find on YouTube. There's no reason we should have 7,000 subscribers on Bear Central and Shy Bulls Podcast is not 7,000 too. Y'all go subscribe and support my guys. Go over there to Shy Bulls Podcast and hit that goddamn subscribe button. Y'all missing y'all blessings. Y'all ain't hurting my fam, but y'all missing y'all blessings by not going and subscribing to my people. Y'all make sure y'all go and do that, man. But thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Chicago Bear Central. Make sure you follow the show at Shy Bear Central on every social media platform. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearCentral@gmail.com. And lastly, text messages, voicemails, 773-242-9336. We're the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bears related. If Bears Now or anybody else got a problem with him, you can tell them to come see Haize. We up out this bitch. Peace, y'all.